Hey everybody, I hope you had a great Monday. I'm going to give it a few more minutes to see if anybody else is going to jump on. I'm going to try to get myself a little bit adjusted here. Sorry I look so wild. We just got back from the gym, trying to live a little bit of a healthier lifestyle, and we went tonight before class because I wanted to make sure we had time to go. So if I look a little worse for the wear, I got a little bit of frizz going on. What I'm going to talk to you tonight, I'm going to go ahead and get started, is about toxins. Now, toxins are things that burden down our body, okay? And we are we are more exposed to them now than, say, our grandparents and great-grandparents were even 100 years ago. The amount our body can eliminate is what's called our toxic load or toxic burden. So I'm going to tell you a few type of toxins, where you can find them, and then I'm going to give you some things that you can do to help reduce that burden. Okay, some of the toxins that we have are metals, and you can find those in your dental work, and I had never thought of it that way before, but they're in our dental work. Nickel, lead, uranium, tin, mercury, and mercury is in a lot of fish, and also there used to be the old mercury thermometers. Then we have our organic pollutants, were things like pesticides. Then we have what they consider our opportunists, which are like the funguses, the yeast, the bacterial opportunists, and antibiotics, actually. Then you have your radioactive toxins, and that's coming from the things that you have done at the doctor, like the x-rays and scans and things like that. And then you have the emotional burden that we put on our bodies, your stress, anxiety, life events. Life happens, y'all, and you have things that happen that cause you to be stressed out. I was stressed out about my surgery. Now I'm stressed out about the doctor's bills. There's divorce, there's separation, there's deaths, there's births. I mean, it's just so many things. And even though they're happy events, and graduation, got some graduations coming up next month, it still causes a certain amount of emotional stress. And then we have the food, the toxins in our food. We have so many chemical synthetics. We have GMOs, hybridized grains, things of that nature. You have the steroids in meats. You have the antibodies and different things they put in milk, the things they feed chickens, and just all of that combined. And it stays in those things. It's not like they use them and then that animal is able to rid their body. Some of there's trace residues and there's leftovers behind. Then you have environmental factors as well. And under those things fall a wide variety of things. You have your cosmetics. Women put on cosmetics every day. We have lotions. We have laundry detergents, dryer sheets, fumes from vehicles, fumes from factories, deodorant, shampoo, anything like that, toothpaste even. Whatever you put on your body does go into your skin. It's your biggest organ, so whatever touches you, sunscreens. There's just such a wide variety of things. Now, you're not going to be able to eliminate all this out of your life, obviously, with the strides that we're making as far as science and different things. Nobody was going to want to go back to and say, okay, because car fumes are toxic, nobody's going to drive a vehicle anymore, and everybody's going to go back to riding a bike. It's just not going to happen. But there's so many things that you can do to help reduce your toxic load or toxic burden. And even though our liver cleanses us, there's only so much that it can do. So I'm going to go over some things that you can do to help. Now, I am going to talk about some doTERRA products because I am a doTERRA wellness advocate. I use a lot of doTERRA products that help me reduce my toxins. But I'm also going to talk about some other things that you can do as well. So I'm going to tell you some things I use and things I do, and some of them involve doTERRA and some of them don't. So I'm just going to go over a couple of things. Let me quickly tell you what helped me lead me on my journey. I've talked about it before, and some of you may know this or not. I developed allergies later in life. I never had allergies when I was younger. I developed allergies later in life. So I went to the doctor, and because I had a lot of sinus infections and upper respiratory infections and just so much going on. So I went to a doctor. He sent me to an allergy doctor. So I went to the allergy doctor, and he put me on Flonase, Allegra, Singulair, and I took allergy shots. And I just thought, wow, this has got to be a better way. I'm taking off time from work to go get shots. I'm paying outrageous amounts for the serum, for the what goes in the allergy shots, for the testing. They do you up your arm here and across your shoulder. Some people got tested on their back. So that's what led me on my journey. I didn't always use doTERRA essential oils. I started with oils out over the internet, and then I realized and found out through research that there's no regulations by the FDA on the essential oil industry. So what that means is a bottle of essential oil that you can buy at Walmart now, Kroger has them, a lot of the convenience stores has them, certainly health food stores, that only 10% of the bottle actually had to be oil for them to list it as 100% pure or organic. So doTERRA came up with their own, oh, you can't hardly see it there, let me turn the bottle, there's not that much oil in here, testing, which is the certified pure therapeutic grade. And basically they put their oil through a series of tests. I think there's like 7 different steps, there may be more. And they also outsource to a third party to make sure every drop of oil you get in the bottle is pure. They also, on the bottom of every oil, that one's hard to see, you can go to a website called Source to You. This is how transparent doTERRA is, and wants you to see exactly the testing your oils went through. There is an expiration date, and there's also that code. You can go to source2you.com and put in that code, and you can see all of the tests the bottle of oil went through before it came to you. Also, doTERRA, to get the purest oil, harvest oils where they are indigenous, where they grow naturally. And they also they go into these areas, and they don't just take, they give back. They provide jobs for the farmers. They partner with organizations like, for example, Days for Girls, and provide women with female hygiene products. They also, if there's a need for schools, water sources, things like that. So they don't just take, they give back. So those are some of the reasons that I went with doTERRA. So I'm going to talk again about some things you can use for doTERRA, and just some other things in general that you can use to help. Now, I kind of really don't know where to start. I have like a ton of notes and so much that I wanted to cover. And then I'm sitting here thinking, okay, where do I start? Where do I start? I'm going to start with some simple things to do. All right, so toxins cause a lot of things to happen in your body. Okay, so we're going to start there. It brings down your immune system. It causes inflammation in your body that can cause disease. It can cause autoimmune disease, different other diseases. I had problems with allergies. Some people have some pretty debilitating diseases that it can cause. So heart disease, high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, gastrointestinal things, just a wide variety of different things that can happen when you have a lot of toxic buildup. Now, the first thing I'm going to recommend you do is give up sugar. Oh, that's horrible. I know. I have an obsession with chocolate. I love chocolate, so that's been really hard for me. So sometimes these things you might not be able to do it all at once. You may have to do in baby steps. But sugar, they say, is more addictive than cocaine. It helps your body, weakens your body's immune system. That way you can fight off diseases and viruses and things like that. It causes inflammation in the bodies. So that's something that's really bad. So what you can do in place of sugar is there's several options, and I'm looking because I have so much over here. Now I use organic stevia. This you can buy at Walmart. They have, this is little pouches, so these are what I carry with me on the go to different places. Just make sure you buy the one that's in the purple, that's gluten-free, non-GMO. They also make it in a bag, so you can have a bit larger version, and I keep that in a container on the counter, and I use that in my tea. Another option that you can do, and I'm not going to turn this around and show you where it came from, but this is organic honey. This is actually grown locally here in Dublin. My husband buys it. He swears by it. You can use honey to sweeten things instead of using sugar. So that's an alternative as well. Now this also, honey does several things for you. It has many properties as well, and I'm trying to find my notes exactly what I wrote down to tell you about honey, and I can't find it, and I'm so sorry. But I know some of the things that it does. It not only sweetens it naturally, it also, you can use it with lemon, and you can use it to soothe throat trouble. That way you don't have to use cough drops that have a lot of synthetically manufactured things in them. You could use lemon oil. doTERRA has a great lemon oil. I use this a lot. And again, it's 100% pure. You could use lemon juice. You'd want to use organic lemons, of course. But so this is good, and this will also can help fight against seasonal threats as well. Local honey from wildflower honey can help you combat seasonal allergies, and this is one of the reasons my husband uses it. So you can do that as well. Now, another thing, I'm sorry, that's so sticky and it's everywhere. You can use ginger. Now, ginger has great antiviral properties. It also has anti-inflammatory properties. You can use it in a tea to help detox. You can put it in your smoothies. There's several things that you can use ginger for. Another thing you can include in your diet to help you detoxify would be garlic, raw garlic. It helps reduce inflammation, and it has great antimicrobial properties as well. And you could use that in salad dressings or dips, and that would help you reduce what you buy over the counter, and it gives you just some greater added benefits. All right, now some other things that you can do is you want to stay away from anything that's genetically modified because it causes inflammation again. Some of the things that I would stay away from would be refined grains, corn, dairy, including soy, obviously sugar, canola oil. And then you say, okay, well, what is a good thing to use? Well, organic stevia, the raw honey, they help fight inflammation. These are things that help fight inflammation. You could also use coconut oil. This is it in the liquid version. This is the MCT oil. Extra virgin olive oil. You can use that to cook with as well. Certainly fruits and vegetables are great. Almond and coconut milk also are something great that you can use. And instead of potatoes, regular potatoes, sweet potatoes are an option, and that reduces inflammation in your body as well. So these are foods that you can eat that help reduce inflammation, help reduce your toxic load, and they're actually good for you. Now, one of the things that I do, and I've talked about this before, is I have a smoothie for breakfast every day. And because I'm trying to lose weight, I'm trying to have a healthier lifestyle, I'm trying to help my body, because our body is amazing, y'all. When you feed it the right things, it does have the ability to help heal itself. But if we keep filling up on all the refined things and the things that are bad for us and keep using all these products that are loaded with synthetics that our body does not know what to do with. So certainly these are some steps, and if you can't do it all at once, don't. I mean, it's fine. Do it in baby steps. But one of the things I use every day, now this is something that is a doTERRA product. I use the Terra Greens because this gives me my fruit and vegetables. It's a supplement mix. It has a scoop in there. So what I do in the morning is I take a cup of almond milk, and I buy unsweetened almond milk. Now, everybody hadn't got on the almond milk train at my house yet, so in my refrigerator I have a jug of almond milk, I have a gallon of regular whole milk, and then I have 2% milk that my husband likes to drink. But what I do in the morning is I take a scoop of this, I put a shot of coconut oil in there, and that's a good healthy fat to get your day going. And then I take and use a cup of organic strawberries, and then I also use hemp seeds. Now this just gives me some protein. This is on the aisle. I buy this at Walmart. This little bag, you can buy it in a bigger bag, but this little bag probably lasts me a good 3 weeks. It's only like $1, $1.50, I think, maybe, and it's on the aisle opposite the spices. So I put about a tablespoon of hemp seed in there, and I put the almond milk and the strawberries, and I mix it up, and that's my smoothie to have for my breakfast. Now, what you could do, instead of using doTERRA's Terra Greens, you could use kale, you could use raw spinach. They sell that organically, already prepackaged, so that's something else you could do. And it actually is pretty good, y'all. I didn't think I was going to like it. I don't typically like things cold, but I kind of gotten on the smoothie train, and I've got used to drinking this every day. But that's another way you could substitute this for something else. So this isn't me trying to push doTERRA down your throat. They have a lot of products that are great, but I'm trying to give you some alternatives as well. I would love to talk to you about doTERRA because there's a lot of things that they have that are great products. They're the ease of using them, and they really have helped me and my family in our daily life. So that's something you could do as well. If it wasn't quite sweet enough for you, you could put some organic stevia in there. I like it just as it is. Or again, you could use your organic honey. I just didn't want to necessarily support one person or another, so that's why I'm not showing where, but my husband gets that. He has a friend that he gets that from. So that's what I have for breakfast. Now, lunch, I try to have a meat, and I have not gone to organic meat yet, so I try just to stay away from the processed sides that go with it, like the pastas and the rices and grains. So I try to just to have vegetables, and I try to buy frozen vegetables and heat them up and have that a meat for lunch. If I get a craving in the middle of the day, because y'all, I really do, I love sweets, and that's been hard for me. I have a couple of options and I love pretzels too. This is a great non-GMO product that you can get. This I buy at Kroger. I think Walmart has it too. And so this is just an alternative to just eating like Lay's stacks or something like that, because this is non-GMO, so that would be a little healthier for you as well. Walnuts is a great source of things. It's shaped like your brain, offers great brain health as well. If you really got to have something sweet, I'm telling you something that really is good is the Russell Stovers. This is their peanut butter cup. It is sugar-free, so if you feel like you have to have something, this isn't going to completely derail you, but it's going to keep you off the sugar train. So that's something as well that you can use, and I'm looking to see what else I can tell you that's great for you. Drink plenty of water. That certainly helps flush your body and keep it at its optimum performance. Also, I don't know if people knew this or not, when you don't drink enough water, your body actually pulls the water from your bloodstream to hydrate your cells in your body, and that causes your blood to be thicker. And when your blood's thicker, you're at more risk for deep vein thrombosis, DVT, blood clots, and things like that. I do have a genetic blood disorder that makes me prone to clotting. Both my sister and both my brothers have it as well. And the doctor I see at Emory told me that. He said, you need to make sure you hydrate. And he said, no, they don't mean fill up on sodas and different things like that. He said, you need water. So I don't know about y'all, but water sometimes is pretty hard for me to drink. So what I was doing is buying these nice little flavored things at the store, and I was spiking my water with it. I didn't use it all the time, but it helped me get down the water. And then I was looking on here at the synthetics that are in here. So I thought, well, you know what? That's not a good option. So then what I started doing is I got me one of these. Now this is an Arctic cup. You know, anything glass you could get or stainless steel. So what I do now is I fill this up with water. If I feel like I can't drink it, then what I do, instead of using the artificial stuff, I like to use, because I do love orange, I use my wild orange oil that doTERRA has. Now, this can be taken internally. If the oils have supplemental facts on them, you can take it internally. And less is more, y'all. I only use 1 drop of orange oil in this big cup, and it's plenty of flavor. And if you feel like you've got to have some sweetness, again, don't go with sugar use the organic stevia. This is pretty good. I do not know how to pronounce it, y'all. If y'all do, that's great. I do not know how to pronounce it, but this really tastes pretty good. I use this in my coffee as well. So that will help you to get off of anything artificial. Now, if you have sugar cravings like I do, doTERRA does have a metabolic blend that they have. It's called Slim and Sassy. And what I do with this is I'm not really crazy about the flavor of this, so I put it in a veggie cap. If I feel like I really got to have something and I'm trying not to derail myself, and then I take this, and it really does help with sugar cravings. Grapefruit also helps with sugar cravings. I do have a grapefruit essential oil, obviously, but if you could buy unsweetened grapefruit juice or something of that nature, you could drink that as well, and that would help curb sugar cravings as well. So also, if you want to get even healthier, I'm going to shake it up so it doesn't. You can see this looks cloudy. This is also Bragg's apple cider vinegar. It has the mother in it. This is very good for you. It has a lot of health benefits. It helps with detoxifying your body as well, cleansing. It also is great for people who want to help lose weight. What you can do, work yourself up, y'all. The first time I tried this, I was like, oh, I cannot do this. So I started out with a teaspoon, and now I'm up to 2 tablespoons. So I shoot in here. I put 2 tablespoons of that, put my orange oil in there, and I'm ready. You could use grapefruit oil. You could use lemon oil. You could use several different types of oils. And again, that gets more water into your system. It helps flush everything out to make, little healthier options for you. Now, you also want to have a great vitamin supplement and probiotics. Probiotics are great gut health. The majority of your immunity and buildup is in your gut. So I do not have, doTERRA has a great probiotic blend, and I do not have mine adult in here. I do have the kids, which is the PB Assist Junior. It comes like this. It's a powder. It is strawberry flavored. Y'all, this thing tastes like a pixie stick. So this would be for children that you could use 3 and older, and this would help them with great probiotic and gut health because, your health starts in your gut. Now, you could buy, there's over-the-counter things that are more natural, but you want to have good gut health, so that's something you want to do as well. doTERRA has a great line of vitamins made from whole food sources. So these are non-GMO, they're gluten-free, they're dairy-free. You can certainly buy vitamins anywhere. You can buy any type of vitamin at Walmart and the health food stores, but this is from a whole food source. And a lot of those other vitamins have syntheticized, meaning they go in your body, but again, your body doesn't absorb them because it doesn't know what to do with synthetics, so most of it goes out in your waste. Now this is 3 different vitamins. I do take these every day. This is the Alpha CRS. This is your multivitamin. All right, and this is your omega-3 6-9s. So you've got that as well. And then you have, the Alpha CRS is your cellular support, antioxidant, and DNA protection. This is your multivitamin right here. And they're from whole food sources. They help with energy metabolism, healthy skin and nails, hair, liver function. And I'll be honest, I didn't think that when I took these, I didn't feel really different. And I've been taking them now regularly because I was taking them hit or miss. I've been taking them regularly now for 2 months, and I forgot to take them 2 days last week. And I could really tell a difference. So that's something that I take every day. And I also take, to help me just overall, ladies, I hate to tell you this, we're getting at that age where, our bones are getting weak. We're getting premenopausal and different things like that. Also, doTERRA has a great women's blend that's a phytoestrogen supplement. So this is plant-based. This is not synthetics. This is plant-based. They also make a great bone nutrient support. This has helped me a lot because I can't take estrogen. I can't take anything like that because it puts you at a higher risk for a blood clot. And since I have the disorder, that's something I can't use, but this is good for me to use. 3 doctors that I see have cleared me, for me to this use, and I can really tell a difference. It helps me, I just can't tell you, it helps me have a clearer mind, a clearer head. I can think straighter. And I never really had hot flashes and things like that, so I feel good in that aspect that I hadn't had that, but I'm hoping this is going to prevent me from having that. So that's something else that's great as well. Now, another thing I would recommend is deodorant, toothpaste. Go with something natural. Now, I know that Tom's makes a great deodorant that a lot of people love. doTERRA has their version. I love it. That's what I use. Some people don't like it, so they use the Tom's, which is fine. doTERRA also has a great toothpaste. I had the best dental checkup I've had in years using this On Guard toothpaste. It has like a clove flavor. But again, this is natural, y'all. And if you don't want to use this, cool, that's fine. Find you something that is natural. Find you some hand soap, some laundry detergent. One of the worst things you can use are dryer sheets. Also, as well as like Glade plug-ins and air fresheners and things like that, because they're full of chemicals. And they don't have a good reaction on your body. So you can buy something that is natural. What I like to use, and I'm looking for it and I can't find it, I have dryer balls. Oh, here they are. And what I do is towards the end of my cycle, I have lavender essential oil, and I put a couple of drops of lavender on the dryer balls, and instead of using dryer sheets, I throw this in the dryer probably about 10 minutes before the cycle's done. The clothes are fluffy, they have no static, and they smell great, and I've not used anything that's chemical. Now, I have not used doTERRA's laundry detergent. I've struck out, and I've been making my own for years, so that's something I use. I'm still using my Dawn dish detergent. I haven't tried my hand at that. I've been making my own hand soap. I use doTERRA's Protective Blend to kill bacteria, because the hand soaps that you buy in the store and the hand washes kill all bacteria, just like kind of like antibiotics do. They kill all bacteria. Well, you need your good bacteria. So this doesn't kill the good bacteria, it just kills the bad. So I've been making my own hand wash. I use Castile soap. I use the On Guard. doTERRA does make a blend of foam and hand wash. If you're not into mixing your own stuff, doing your own DIY, you could purchase this. It comes with hand pumps. This was doTERRA's 10% off product this month, so I got it to try to see how I liked it. I like it, but I'll be honest, I like the one I make better, so I'm probably just going to stick with that and make my own. I'm trying to think some other things that I could tell you about. If you want to do a cleanse, doTERRA has a great line of products that can help you do a cleanse, and it would be, again, things that are natural, not synthetic. I have some of the products here that I'm going to use. We're going to be doing another cleanse coming up in April, so I'm going to be doing that. I showed you the children's probiotic. Also, they have a great chewable vitamin. This is watermelon flavored, and again, nothing synthetic, things from whole food sources for your kids. So that's something else that's good. I'm trying to think of anything else that I could tell you. Essential oils have been around for thousands of years. Most everybody's most familiar with frankincense, which is the king of all oils, because that's what was given to baby Jesus at his birth. And I'm sorry, y'all, this lighting in here's crazy. We changed light bulbs we have in here in my dining room, and I just feel like there's a glare, or it's dark, or it's too light, or something going on, so I'm sorry for that. But essential oils have been around a long time. They are the most potent form of plant-based medicine. Now, you know, people talk about other types of herbs and things like that. Let me give you an example of how potent the oils are. This is peppermint. Now, this is a blend, an oil, excuse me, you can use in several different blends. I use this with lemon and lavender. to support my seasonal allergies, and I've been able to come off of the Allegra, the Singulair, the Flonase, and I don't take allergy shots anymore. So this is one of the oils. This is also good for hot flashes. It'll help bring down fevers. You hear the benefits of people drinking peppermint tea. You could use this to freshen your breath. You could use it instead of gum. But 1 drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea. So this bottle has about 250 drops of oil in it. So it lasts a good long time. And I use a lot of some of the oils. The lemon I use the most because every day to get my body supercharged in the morning and wake it up, I use 8 ounces of warm water, a drop of lemon oil, and I use a pinch of cayenne pepper. And, oh my gosh, there's one other thing I put in it and my mind escapes me at the moment. And I drink that, and that helps rev up my metabolism. And then also every night, I'm a tea drinker, y'all. I love tea. I've always drank hot tea. I found this, and a lot of people talk about oolong tea. This is organic oolong tea. This actually helps burn calories as well. I think 1 cup burns 75 calories, so this helps burn calories. What I do is I drink a cup of this every night. I have another drop of lemon oil in it. And if I don't use my stevia sweetener, then I use my husband's organic honey. And that's what I sweeten it with, and that's helped me get off of the sugar kick. The other thing that you can do as well to keep toxins down and use things that are more natural for your body, if you have trouble with regularity, here you go, y'all. Aloe vera juice. This is pure. It'll help you with that. This also helps your body heal. This thing right here, we buy it at Walmart. It's $6 and something cent. My husband has drank this for years, and he heals so quick, y'all. You wouldn't believe how quick he heals, and he's diabetic, so I think that says a lot. He gets beat up quite a bit at work, but that also can help your digestive system, as that can help you along with that and help you stay regular if that's something, because a lot of people have problems with that, and there's a lot of things that you can buy over the counter. One of them actually is something that actually has one of the same components in it is an antifreeze that you put in your car. So that's something to think about. All these medicines stay in our bodies. And if you think about it, I thought about it this way. The longer and longer the world progresses, you're seeing more and more and more cases of diseases. Superbugs, things that are hard to fight off. And these are things, God put these on this earth for a reason, y'all. People used these for thousands of years before modern medicine ever came along. And I'm not saying this is a cure-all. I'm not saying you don't need a doctor. I'm not saying that. I'm saying this gives you the power to do some things for yourself rather than taking off work, going to the doctor, using things that are synthetic, that build up in your body, that cause you to have toxic burden. Now, I don't know if everybody's seen all the articles going around lately about a lot of the antibiotics and problems that it's causing and things like that, but there's alternatives, y'all, that you can use. For example, this is one of the oils that I just learned about in the last, 2 months, and I've been using this every day. It's marjoram. This is a great pain fighter. I actually use this in connection with the frankincense on my knee. I'm still having a lot of, from where I had my surgery, because I've had 2 surgeries in the last 6 months. The first surgery, they fixed a torn meniscus and had to realign my kneecap and clean out some osteoarthritis, but that was in June of last year, and by December, I ended up having to have a total knee replacement. I still have some inflammation in my knee, even though I took therapy and I've joined a gym this last month to go keep my knee working. I still have a lot of discomfort in my knee. And I don't want to take, I've never been a big pain medicine taker. I want to take as least I can, so I didn't want to be on that type of thing. So I found out if I use this as well as the frankincense, the pain, within 10 minutes, the pain's gone from my knee. Now, do I have to reapply it more? Oh, yeah, I do. I mean, this is natural. Our body uses it, it absorbs it, it works at its cellular level, and when it's done its thing, it's done. So you do have to apply this more often. Just like if your child has a fever, you're going to have to use the peppermint oil on the bottoms of their feet more often, or on you, than it would to be take something over the counter. But this is all natural and it's not synthetic. And we know some of the other medicines, how they work on your kidneys and your liver and things, and our body knows how to use this because they're plant-based. There's also something else that I use that I carry with me. It's a deep blue rub. This is doTERRA's I call it Soothe and Blend because it soothes me, but that's not what it is. This is their, oh, it is their Soothe and Blend. I'm sorry, I was thinking it was something else. This is a cream, and it has several different things in it, and this is good for muscle pain if you go work out, if you're an athlete, just stiff shoulder pain, back pain. This relieves it as well. So this is something else you could use. But this is something I like to use, but I don't use this. This is more convenient when I'm out, but I like the frankincense because it has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties as well. And since I still have a lot of inflammation in the joints, the muscles around my knee, and I don't know what it's from, but I like to use that. And it does, frankincense is like one of the, it's considered the king. It enhances the effect of any other oil. It's very cleansing and detoxifying. It helps calm you as well as reduce tension. It lifts your mood. So it's good for a lot of other things as well, which is another reason that I like it. And the lemon, obviously, it neutralizes odor, elevates your mood. It's a great antioxidant and detoxifier, and you can even clean with that. Sometimes I use lavender and the layering effect. Lavender is great for seasonal threats. It reduces stress. It soothes your emotions. It calms irritated skin. And it also can help you rest better. And a lot of people use this for kids that have growing pains and for babies that are colicky or something like that. So there's a lot of usage for that. If you're not into putting the oils on, or you just want to try it out, a lot of people start with diffusing them in the air. Now, we use a diffuser every day at work. We have several great oils in there to help reduce stress. These are really easy to use. This is doTERRA's Petal Diffuser. The lid just lifts off. There's a fill line in there. You just plug it up, put your couple drops of oils in there. What we're into right now at work is Balance. But I'm going to tell you a little secret. Balance and Serenity. If you use these two right here, this is considered liquid Xanax. If you're somebody that has a lot of anxiety, you're really stressed at work, you could make these, and I did not bring them in here. My purse is in the other room. I have this done in a rollerball blend. And then I just rub it on my wrist, rub them together if I'm feeling stressed out. And that's something I can use. And again, that keeps you from using something that's a chemical. I don't know how everybody feels about things like that. Some people, when you say, I use oils, I'm an oiler, they're like, wow, you're using that voodoo stuff. But really, no, this is about natural stuff. And I didn't always use doTERRA. Like I said before, I used over the things you buy on the internet, and then I realized the difference. And since I've used the doTERRA oils, I feel so much better. And yes, people ask me all the time, I've got this or that. I bet you don't have an oil for that. Yes, we do. I have a great group of ladies that I'm on a team with. I don't know if any of them are on tonight or not. I think Amy is. I see Amy's on. Amy, Beth, and I, we have a Facebook page, Essentially Obsessed Life. We're three ladies that just want to make a difference. We started out using internet oils. We've switched to doTERRA. We want to offer support for anybody that would like to join doTERRA, use some of their products. We have a great team of ladies on there. We also have some registered nurses, nurse practitioners, registered dietitians. If we don't know the answer, y'all, we can find you out the answer. And I don't have my books in here. We have a great set of resources. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought I was a little bit better prepared. We have a great set of resources. We don't know all the answers, but we can help you get the answers. And there's some great resources out there to do that. Plus, if you have questions, if you join doTERRA through us, you would have access to closed Facebook groups where you could go on there yourself and ask any question and get help. We're always here. We all do classes throughout the month to help educate you. If you would like a one-on-one, we can do that. I've started doing not just Facebook Live classes, but here in Dublin locally at Firehouse Subs has a banquet room. I was there this past Saturday. I'll be there the last 3 Saturdays in April at 2, doing classes every Saturday in May at 2. I'm going to be doing classes there. Come out. That way you can put the oils in your hand. You can smell them. You can use them. You can see the resources we have and just talk. Maybe there's something you're having a problem with. You might not want to post it on here on Facebook and say, hey, I need help with this. You can message us. We'll be more than happy to help you. You can start out with as little oils as you want, or you can buy everything doTERRA has and just start your life anew. So there's several different ways you can do it. You can try an oil at a time if you like. It's up to you, because this empowers you. You know, life, and I don't know about y'all, but I feel like there's so much in life I cannot control. This I can control. I can control when I have a headache to use a tension blend that doTERRA makes, or use some peppermint oil, or if I'm getting sick and have a fever, I can use the peppermint oil to reduce it, and some other great oils combined together to help me fight the virus and not have to go to the doctor and get something that's synthetic. So I hope I've helped you a little bit, gave you a little bit of information, showed you some different products and different things you can do that's not just doTERRA based. There's a lot of things out there. Y'all do your research. You can make your own laundry detergent. doTERRA has a great one, but you can make your own. I do it. I've been doing it for a long time. But there's just a lot of things you can do. Start getting some healthy fats into your diet. Butter is not your enemy. Butter is your friend. Get rid of the margarine. Use the coconut oil, the olive oils, drink almond milk. There's a lot of things you can do. And I struggled greatly with the sweets part, and that's something I have to work on. And I know Jennifer's on here. My nephew Willie's birthday's today, and he has always liked my brownies. So I made him some brownies, and I did get them mailed out today, Jennifer. Willie, I don't know if you're listening. I did get them mailed out to him today, but this is what I did. I told my husband, he said, what did you do? I said, well, you know what? The oven's on. It's already the perfect temperature. I've been craving cake. So when those brownies came out the oven, y'all, I had a cake ready to go in. Now, it was a box cake mix and over-the-counter frosting. So, you know, it's got a bunch of stuff in it that's not good for me. It's not healthy. I fall. I make mistakes. I think everybody does. So don't beat yourself up about it. I mean, just try to do better the next day. So I got to try to do better. I fell off the wagon, and I had me a nice piece of cake today. But, you know, just try to do better. Start doing different things to help you. Amy did a great class the other night about the medicines, and she did a lot of research and talked about how you can replace just about everything in your medicine cabinet with an oil or a blend. So I've got another class coming up this week, and I think Amy does as well. If you'd like to watch either of those classes, like us on Essentially Obsessed Life. We post on there when we're going to do a class. You just need to click going, and you can watch the class. If you can't watch it that night, we usually keep the classes posted for about a week, so you can go back and watch them within that time frame. And if we can help you, please let us know. We want to make a difference in people's lives. We've been using these great products and some natural things, and we see what a difference it can make in our health and how we feel. So we want to help you too. So thank y'all so much for watching tonight. I appreciate it. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. If we can help you on your journey for wellness, we're more than happy to do that. We do have some recipes that we can share with you all about how to make some cleaners to use if you don't want to purchase anything, or this stuff's for pennies on the dollar that you can make and change your life. So thanks again for watching me. Y'all have a great evening.